Today I'm sharing a delicious seaweed-wrapped rice ball recipe. It's filled with crispy ham, beef balls, egg, stir-fried minced lean meat, and fragrant glutinous rice, all wrapped in a thin layer of seaweed. One bite and the aroma is bursting with flavor. It's so delicious and satisfying. Even picky eaters will fight over it. It's incredibly appetizing. This rice ball not only boasts a rich texture, but also a well-balanced nutritional profile, making it perfect for children's breakfast, lunchboxes, or snacks. The glutinous rice base provides ample carbohydrates, ensuring a consistent and stable energy supply for children's daily activities. It's also rich in B vitamins, has a soft and gentle texture, and is good for the spleen and stomach. It's also very filling. My child ate it all morning and didn't need to go to the doctor. The various fillings inside are all high-quality protein sources. Eggs are rich in easily absorbed animal protein and lecithin, which are beneficial for children's brain development and vision. Freshly stir-fried lean minced meat is rich in heme iron and zinc, which can help children replenish their blood and improve picky eating habits, making it very suitable for growing children. The chewy beef balls provide even more high-quality protein and minerals, which can help children's muscle and bone development, and their bouncy texture is especially appealing to children. Plus, crispy ham sausage, which not only enhances the overall savory flavor, but also provides some protein and fat, making the rice ball more fragrant and moist, not dry. The outermost seaweed is also highly nutritious, containing rich iodine, calcium, dietary fiber, and various trace elements needed by the human body. This thin sheet has a high nutritional density, which is beneficial for children's thyroid development and bone growth, and can also promote gastrointestinal motility, helping children digest and absorb nutrients better. Its crisp texture can further enhance children's appetite. Today, I'll share a detailed recipe for these fragrant seaweed rice balls. The steps are simple and easy to follow. Even beginners can succeed on their first try. First, let's prepare the core base of the rice balls, glutinous rice. Soaking the glutinous rice beforehand is crucial for achieving a chewy, soft, and hold-form texture. If you have enough time, soak the glutinous rice in cold water overnight. Soaking it overnight will allow it to fully absorb water, making it easy to steam completely without any undercooked parts. If you want to eat them on short notice and forget to soak them overnight, that's fine too. Soaking them in hot water for 2 or 3 hours is also quick and will achieve the same result. How do you know when they're perfectly soaked? The method is very simple. Scoop a grain of glutinous rice from the water and gently crush it with your fingers. If it's easily crumbled, it's almost soaked. The glutinous rice soaked to this stage will have the best texture after steaming. Each grain will be plump and translucent, chewy yet soft, fragrant but not sticky. Pour all the soaked glutinous rice into a strainer to remove excess water and thoroughly drain the surface water. Once drained, it's ready to be steamed. A word of caution: make sure to drain the water completely before steaming. Otherwise, the steamed glutinous rice will be too moist and clumped together, resulting in a sticky and unappetizing texture, and it will also be difficult to shape into rice balls later. After the glutinous rice is completely drained, we can officially start steaming it. First, place the steaming rack in the pot, add enough water, then place the steaming rack with the glutinous rice in the pot. Cover the pot and start steaming over high heat. Once a large amount of steam is rising from the pot, and the pot is fully steaming, immediately reduce the heat to low and steam slowly for about 20 minutes until the glutinous rice is fully cooked. Steaming the glutinous rice this way results in a chewy, soft, and separate texture, preventing it from sticking together. This makes it perfect for shaping rice balls and ensuring a good texture. If you want to save time and speed things up, you can cook the glutinous rice directly in a rice cooker. However, be careful with the amount of water. The water level should be about the thickness of your palm above the rice. Don't add too much water, as this will make the rice too sticky and mushy, resulting in a poor texture and making it difficult to shape into rice balls later. Regardless of the method used, once the glutinous rice is cooked, remove it from the steamer and let it cool slightly. A slightly warm temperature is ideal for shaping. It won't be too hot to handle or too cold to harden. While the glutinous rice is cooling, let's prepare the core filling for the rice balls, fried minced lean pork. I use pre-cooked lean pork at home, but you can use any pre-cooked lean pork you have at home. It's convenient and avoids wasting ingredients. If you don't have pre-cooked lean pork, you can also chop fresh lean pork directly and then stir-fry it. The flavor will be just as good. First, cut the cooked lean pork into small pieces, then slowly mince it into a fine paste. Don't mince it too finely. Leaving a little bit of texture will give it more depth and a richer, meaty flavor. Put the minced pork in a clean bowl, season it simply, and then you can stir-fry it. The seasonings used are all basic, commonly found in most households, and these are key to the deliciousness of these glutinous rice balls. First, add a suitable amount of soy sauce, which not only enhances the flavor of the minced meat, but also coats it evenly, giving it a glossy, reddish-brown color that looks more appetizing. Next, add a spoonful of oyster sauce to further enhance the flavor and moisten the meat, making it tender and smooth. For those who prefer a stronger aroma, a pinch of white pepper can be added to remove any fishy smell and enrich the flavor profile, making it even more fragrant. I won't add too many other complex seasonings, as these rice balls are mostly made for children, and I'm worried about the potential harm from too many additives. A few simple, common seasonings are enough to create a rich aroma that kids love, and we parents can trust. After adding all the seasonings, stir thoroughly with a spoon to coat each piece of minced meat with the sauce, and then you're ready to stir-fry it. After preparing the minced meat filling, let's fry the eggs. There's a crucial step you absolutely cannot skip before frying the eggs: preheating the pan. Doing this step correctly will prevent food from sticking, greatly increasing your success rate and saving oil. The method is simple. First, turn the heat to high and completely evaporate any remaining water in the pan. When you can no longer see any water droplets, pour in cooking oil and continue heating over high heat. When the oil starts to smoke slightly, turn off the heat and let it sit for about a minute. After the oil cools down slightly, a uniform oil film will form on the pan. Now, turn the heat to low and fry the eggs. They won't stick at all. I've shared this technique many times in previous videos. It applies to frying eggs, fish, and meat. Beginners should definitely remember this step. Mastering it will make frying anything much easier. After cracking the eggs into the pan, don't rush to flip them. Many people start stirring with a spatula as soon as they put the eggs in, which easily scrambles the eggs and makes them stick to the bottom of the pan. Keep the heat low and fry the eggs slowly until the bottom is evenly heated and set. Fry until the bottom is slightly golden brown, then flip and fry the other side. Be gentle when flipping to avoid breaking the egg. Once both sides are golden brown and crispy, remove and set aside. No need to wash the pan after frying the eggs. Using the residual heat of the oil, let's stir-fry the beef balls. The beef balls already have a seasoned base flavor and a naturally savory, meaty taste, so there's no need to add extra salt or soy sauce. Just stir-fry them directly in the pan. Keep the heat low and stir gently, frying each side of the beef balls until slightly golden brown to fully release their meaty flavor and make them more chewy. Once they reach this consistency, remove and set aside. After all the ingredients are prepared, we can start wrapping these fragrant seaweed sticky rice balls. The steps are very simple, even beginners can easily do it. First, lay a silicone mat on the table. I like to use this when making these kinds of snacks because it's incredibly easy to clean. A quick rinse is all it takes, preventing food crumbs and grease from getting everywhere, making cleanup a breeze. Plus, this food-grade silicone mat is heat-resistant. You can sterilize it by steaming or boiling after use, ensuring cleanliness and hygiene. After laying the silicone mat, place a whole sheet of nori seaweed on top. Then you can start spreading the glutinous rice. Scoop a suitable amount of steamed glutinous rice and spread it evenly over the nori, making sure the thickness is even. Leave a little space around the edges of the nori. Don't spread it too thickly to the edges, otherwise the rice will easily squeeze out when you roll it up. After spreading it, gently smooth it out with a rice spatula, flattening the surface and tidying up the edges, forming a neat square. Don't squeeze the rice too hard. Just press it gently to avoid a hard texture and the chewy, soft texture you'll miss. After spreading the rice evenly, we can then add the prepared fillings one by one. First, place a crispy ham sausage, then a fried egg, followed by the pre-fried minced meat, along with a little bit of its juices. This is key to the rice ball's aroma. The sauce will slowly seep into the glutinous rice, making it savory and flavorful, not bland at all. Place all the fillings in the center of the rice as much as possible so that they can be completely wrapped when rolling, ensuring a satisfying bite with a rich and layered texture. Once all the fillings are in place, we can start rolling the seaweed. Starting from the end closest to you, slowly roll towards the other side, gently pressing the seaweed inwards as you roll to ensure it's firm. Avoid leaving gaps, as gaps will cause the rice ball to fall apart and lose its firmness. Continue rolling until the entire glutinous rice ball is completely enclosed. If you're worried about the seaweed edges not sticking, you can lightly dampen the edges with water and press gently to secure them. And there you have it, a delicious and satisfying seaweed sticky rice ball. All the ingredients we used were pre-cooked, so you can eat it right away without any further processing. One bite, and the crispy crust, the tender egg, the savory minced meat, and the chewy sticky rice blend together perfectly, bursting with juicy, savory flavor. A truly unforgettable experience. It's the perfect breakfast choice. Kids can grab one to eat on their way to school. It's quick, filling, and doesn't take much time. It's also convenient for camping trips as lunch, or easy to pack in a lunchbox. No mess and easy to carry. This rice ball is nutritious, healthy, and delicious. Making it at home ensures plenty of ingredients, cleanliness, and peace of mind. And it's also economical. Much cheaper than buying fast food. The recipe is incredibly simple. Even kids can follow along. They love their homemade creations and feel a great sense of accomplishment. Give it a try after watching. If this tutorial helped you with your cooking, remember to like and share it with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more home-style recipes. You can also tell me what kind of food you'd like to see in the comment section, and I'll gradually update accordingly. Thank you for watching.